Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all see the threads. Y'all see the gear. This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Talk It Up Sports. I said Talk It Up Sports. Damn, I do be talking a lot, though. This your guy, Tone DeShields II from Talk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you guys just hopping in on the live stream. If you're here for a good time, make sure you stay for a long time. Man, the vibes is electric. The vibes is high. The energy is high. So much positivity in the air. The Philadelphia Eagles face off against the 49ers this Sunday. It's Friday, baby. Football Friday. I need your energy up. I need your energy high. Talk to me. We got Arthur Brown in the building. Jinx Wolf, Myram. Come on, man. Keep them people coming in, man. I need to know where y'all at. I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know what the vibes is wherever you are. Let me know where you chiming in from. Let me know where you relaxing at. Let me know what you have for lunch. I need to know what's going on with y'all, man, because y'all know where I'm at with it. Y'all know the type of time I'm on. Y'all know I'm here to stay. Hey, you know what I mean? Rain, sleet, or snow. Them birds trying to go, baby. You feel what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a fun one this weekend, man. I just can't get over. I can't get over how exciting this weekend is gonna be. 2 top-tier matchups. Chiefs, Bengals, 49ers, Eagles. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing, you guys. And I'm just so over the moon about what's to come. You know, Jinx Wolf said, is this a call-in? You know what? I didn't necessarily intend on this being a call-in, but I don't know, man. It's Friday, and I think I might need to check the temperature of the people. So this is what I'm going to do. I think this is what I'm going to do. No promises, so stay tuned. I think we're going to get through this. I think we're going to go through part of this show for a little bit. You know, we're going to set the tone. We're going to cover some bases. And I think I might bring some people up just to hear what y'all got to say, man. But the only way I'm doing that, man, I need to get a lot of y'all in here. I don't want nobody to come up here scared. I want to hear exactly what y'all got to say. Friend or foe, opposition or teammate, whatever it may be. I need to know. But again, we're going to take it one step at a time. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all stay engaged. Make sure y'all continue to, go at each other in that live chat respectfully. Show respect to your fellow man. But I want y'all to go at each other. Let's play some clean football, man. Who else we got in here, man? Like I said, Arthur Brown, Jinx Wolf, Myram, Sierra, welcome to the show. Danny D, JD White, Victor Johnson, Weezy the Jordan Eagle, one of my favorite guys. Lee Bowen. Listen, man. JD chiming in from St. Louis. He said, I'm ready for this game, Tone. They disrespecting this. I know they is, man. And we're going to talk about that too. Lee Bowen says, what up, man? Holding it down from the 252. Fly Eagles fly. Can't wait until Sunday. Hey, yo, what's the 252? Help me out on that. What area code is that? The 252. Help me out, Lee. I haven't been abreast on my area codes. What's that? But anyway, man, this game is huge for all parties involved. All parties involved. There's a lot on this. There's a lot riding on this game for both organizations, for both franchises. There's a lot riding on this game for both quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks have an opportunity to cement their positions with their organizations. North Carolina, Lee. Okay, shout out to the NC. Shout out to the Tar Heels. But it's a lot riding on this game. What's up, Mitch? How you feeling, man? Long time no see. Hope all is well. I see you've been doing your content grinding, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. But like I said, there's a lot riding on this game for all parties involved, right? These quarterbacks have a lot on the line. Jalen Hurts is playing for not only a Super Bowl ring, but he's playing for a contract, a big one at that. Some people feel like he don't deserve it, or some people feel like you shouldn't pay a dual-threat quarterback. I vehemently disagree. that Jalen Hurts doesn't deserve to get paid. Pay that man. I don't care what it is, because you know what? You know why? It's not his job for Harry Roseman to figure out what it is. That's Harry Roseman's gig. It's not his job to figure out how to make the numbers work. Pay me what I deserve, straight like that. And look, that's the name of the game. You pay a quarterback, things get a little harder. So we're going to see how Jalen Hurts progresses later on in his career, if he can cover the deficiencies that the roster or that the cap can't cover. You know what I mean? But I want to ask you guys this, man. Myram, that's a good point. He's also playing for respect. He's playing for respect because let's be totally frank about this. Nobody thought Jalen Hurts would be playing in the NFC Championship game with an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. No one thought that. We did because we're fans, right? We support the team. But nobody outside of our ranks thought that was possible. Matter of fact, it was people that was in the city that didn't think it was possible. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought it was impossible. You know how many people was praying on Jalen Hurts' downfall? Do you know how many people were praying? Some people sold their soul for this man to fail. They might need to keep them receipts because we keeping the receipts and we remember everything. What's up, Quez? Welcome to the show. I'm good. I'm so relaxed, Arthur. I'm so relaxed. I know what you mean. Normally, now when game day comes, I'm going to be anxious, obviously. That's just how it works. But I've been calm, cool, collected all year. I've been calm, cool, and collected all season. This entire playoff, I've been pretty calm, cool, collected. Game days is where I get a little antsy. But even this week, this entire week, I've been very even killed. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, EC1, no worries, man. Do your thing. Just make sure you smash that like button before you get out of here, man. I appreciate you just popping in with us. But, there's a lot of pressure to go around. Remember, the 49ers are a team that have dropped the ball time and time again. Remember, they've had opportunities to go to Super Bowls. They had an opportunity in the Super Bowl, and they blew it. But that's kind of been Kyle Shanahan's MO. So I ask you guys, who has more pressure on them to win this game? The Philadelphia Eagles or the San Francisco 49ers? Who has more pressure on them? Because if you ask me, that 49er team has had talent for the past handful of years. They've been talented and they've been well coached, but they haven't been able to get the job done when it matters most. And that matters. That matters. And I think it's because they've always been underwhelming at the quarterback position. They had Jimmy Garoppolo. He has his limitations. They drafted Trey Lance. He can't stay on the field. Now they have Brock Purdy, a young man that has his limitations, and he's a rookie. They have everything working for him, but it's always the quarterback position that fails them in the end. Will that happen again this Sunday? We will find out. Because I don't really see how Brock Purdy can stand 60 minutes of this Philadelphia Eagles pass rush, the top pass rush in the NFL, in terms of win rate, in terms of sacks. The Philadelphia Eagles defensive line gets home. We go too deep every position. Let's really think about that. The Eagles can go too deep at every position on the defensive line. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. But again, I think there's more pressure on the 49ers to win this game, even though the Eagles are the number one seed. I think there's more pressure on those guys because, again, think about what they've done. Super Bowl loss, NFC Championship game loss, and then they lost in the NFC Championship again, or was it the divisional round? I can't quite remember what the history was, but they've had opportunities to go there, and they've had talent. They've probably been the more talented roster, but they couldn't get it done when it mattered most. The quarterback couldn't make the play. Arthur Brown, three opportunities and no chip. And they want credit for just showing up to the party. Y'all know how I get down, man. Everybody can't go. What's up, Wicked One? JD White. JD says, I'm hella nervous, but I'm excited to see what the boys do. You already know, man. You already know. He says, Tone, do you see us getting Quez involved more or just use him as a deep threat decoy to open up the field? Oh, man, that's a really, really good question because, a game this physical, I worry about Quez. I'm being honest. I really, really worry about Quez in a game where these DBs and these linebackers are going to be very, very physical. I worry about Quez but in terms of the physicality of this game. I don't worry about Zach Pascal in terms of the physicality. I'm just being honest. Now, you actually brought me to my other point, JD, because the 49ers are a team that, yeah, they're one of the best teams when it comes to the run, but they're not one of the best teams when it comes to the pass. They're just not. The 49ers are one of the, how can I say this? They're one of the worst teams when it comes to defending the deep ball, when it comes to defending explosive plays. Like, let me just give you this number. The San Francisco 49ers are ranked 19th in terms of yards given up in the passing game. They're not one of the better teams. They're in the bottom half of the league when it comes to defending the ball in the air. They give up so many yards in the air. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in terms of defending the pass. The best team by a pretty wide margin. The Eagles are only allowing 175 passing yards per game. You might as well round up and say 176. And on top of that, in the last 3 games, the Philadelphia Eagles are only allowing 149 passing yards per game. The passing defense is playing its best right now. They're playing their best right now. Now, say what you want about Jonathan Gannon and his scheme, but the Philadelphia Eagles are a team that don't allow themselves to get gashed in the passing game. They just don't. But what needs to be paid attention to is the 49ers run game. That's going to be the conversation. That's what the Philadelphia Eagles need to focus on. Make sure they understand they're not running the ball here. And force Brock Purdy to beat you. Shizzo, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. That means a lot to me, man. It goes a long way. Don't you ever forget it. He says, who you want in the Super Bowl? 2 tough opponents. Oh, man. Honestly, man, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I predicted an Eagles-Bengals Super Bowl. That was my prediction. An Eagles-Bengals Super Bowl. Eagles winning the game by 6. So that's my prediction for the Super Bowl. But first, we got to get past the 49ers. That's the most important thing. We have to get past the 49ers. And that's not going to be an easy feat. I don't want you guys to think I'm coming up here saying it's going to be an easy game, because it's not. It's not going to be easy at all. I expect the 49ers to play their best football. I expect the 49ers to be physical. Right? But they do have limitations at the quarterback position, where the Philadelphia Eagles, their quarterback is playing his best football, right? Don't get caught up in the fact that Jalen Hurts only had 154 passing yards in that Giants game. Those 154 passing yards were vital. They were huge. And my man put up 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown because of it. So, again, don't let people convince you that Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball, because he can. He's the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. The numbers say so. The eye test says so. It burns me up when people say he can't throw. It burns me up when people say, oh, I'd rather have Brock Purdy as a passer. I'd rather have Daniel Jones as a passer. It burns me up, because I'm like, what are you watching? You think this game is about who throws the ball the furthest? You think this game is about who throws the ball with the tightest spin? This game is about who gets the ball from point A to point B the most efficiently, the most consistently. Who give a damn how it looks? And it's my problem when people like to criticize Jalen Hurts. He's not the best thrower of the football. He throws the best deep ball in the league right now. The Philadelphia Eagles lead the NFL in explosive plays. Can we be honest for a second instead of trying to make headlines? Can we be honest? Thank you, Shizzo, for the $1.99 super chat, man. I really appreciate you, man. Trust me. It goes a long way. That's going right in the gas tank. Savvy B, thank you, man, for showing love, man. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you, man. It's a very comfortable heat, too, at that. Thanks, Dank. Appreciate you for showing love. Philly Oso, welcome to the show. Vermonta Williams, welcome to the show. D. Aldridge, welcome back. Shizzo has another. Okay, man. Hey, Shizzo, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your support. He says, this will be the matchup the next 3 to 4 years in the NFC, I think. Well, let me read this properly. This will be the matchup the next 3 to 4 years in the NFC. I think the Eagles and the 49ers will be the next big rivalry that's been brewing for a minute. A lot of emotion. That's interesting. But here's the thing. The The 49ers have to figure it out at the quarterback position. They have to figure it out. They want to pretend like they want to pretend like, oh yeah, Brock Purdy has this thing locked up. They want to pretend, and they want to make sure he has all the confidence in the world. But I think if Brock Purdy lays an egg in this game, I think they're going to have to figure out that quarterback position. I think if he lays the egg in this game, they're going to try to make Trey Lance and him battle it out. That really might be the case. And look, Trey Lance has a long recovery ahead of him. I think he broke his leg or his ankle or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly what the injury was, but Trey Lance has a long road of recovery ahead of him, and he's going to come back hungry. But Brock Purdy has the momentum. He has the confidence of this team, and most likely he has the confidence of his teammates. So I can't really argue against Brock Purdy being the starter next year. He's done some great things with this offense. We haven't really seen what Trey Lance can do with this offense on a consistent basis. He really can't stay on the field. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers stick with Brock Purdy next year. He's a rookie on a rookie deal. I wouldn't be mad at it. They do have the roster, and it will allow them to continue to reload that roster, having the flexibility of that cheap contract with Purdy. So it all remains to be seen at the end of the day. They have to figure it out at the quarterback position long term. And I think that's been the 49ers' Achilles heel. But Shizzo, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. It means a lot, bro. It means a lot. But again, like I said, hey, listen, man, I appreciate y'all showing love to the hoodie. My dad got me this for my birthday last year. Well, my birthday is the last day of the year, so he got me this for my birthday in 2021. My birthday is December 31st. So he got me this for my birthday in 2021. So I really appreciate y'all showing love to the hoodie, man. I really like this thing. It's comfortable as hell. But like back to what I was saying, the 49ers are going to have trouble defending the deep ball. Like, it bothers me. It bothers me with a V. It bothers me when people try to pretend Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball because he's mobile. Because he can shake and bake, he can't throw the ball. Because he can shake and bake, that makes him less of a passer. Like, I don't understand how that goes together. Because he can move, that means he can't throw the ball. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. Jalen Hurts was completing. Jalen Hurts ended the season completing 66% of his passes. That's an increase from 61% from his second year, his first year as a starter last year in 2021. Jalen Hurts has been lights out. He's been throwing a hell of a deep ball. He's been throwing. You can make an argument. Jalen Hurts throws probably one of the most catchable balls in the league right now. He had a top 5 league at the quarter. He had a top 5 year at the quarterback position. He had a top 5 year. I think overall though, he's a top 6 quarterback overall. That's what I think. I think he's a top 6, top 7 quarterback overall. Maybe top 8. Overall, but he had a top 5 year, which is why he's an MVP finalist. Now, will he win it? Probably not, because he missed 2 games, and we all know how that goes. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to win it. But again, it blows my mind when people try to bet against Jalen Hurts. It's weird. It's really weird, man. It's really weird. But look, everybody has their own opinions, right? Everybody has their own opinions, and I try hard not to make it personal. Because we're talking about sports. But sometimes I just feel like it's fabricated. Just being honest. I'm just being honest. Some of the Jalen Hurts slander just feels fabricated. It feels lazy, right? Make sure y'all continue to smash that like button. Thank you, Jorge Mendoza. I appreciate you for locking in, man. If you guys just popping in, if you're new to the content, I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Like I said, man, there's a lot of pressure on the San Francisco 49ers to get the job done, because they've had so many opportunities over the past handful of years. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles did win a Super Bowl in the past 5 years, and they did make the playoffs. They made it to the divisional round, and then they made it to the wild card, and then they lost both of those games, obviously. And then in 2020, the 2020-2021 season, let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, the 2021 season was pretty much No, I had it right the first time. The 2020 to 2021 season was pretty much a wash. Pretty much a wash. Right? So, the reality is the Philadelphia Eagles had a really bad year, that 4-11-1 season, right? That was a really bad year. But the fact that they bounced back the way they did as quickly as they did, not many organizations can do that. You got to give credit to Harry Roseman. You have to, for preparing this team and not giving up and staying locked in. Man, y'all really like this hoodie, man. I appreciate it. I love this thing. Y'all really like this hoodie. It's so funny. I have no idea where my dad got it from. No idea. But he showed love. He got it from me. My dad is a diehard Eagles fan. When I say diehard, my dad is diehard. You know what I mean? Like, he is so locked in. Such a passionate dude like me, man. It's wild. My dad is a cool dude, too. Real cool dude, man. JD White says BG needs to talk smack to Purdy at the coin toss, get in that man's head. Oh, you already know he is. Y'all know BG gonna talk his trash. Y'all know they sending him right to the coin toss. Eagle Slayer says, I may need to cop that hoodie myself, my guy. Ding Burrito says, I watched the 49ers YouTuber David Lombardi, and he said, if we can get interior pressure, it will be a long day. Look, Javon Hargrave, Fletcher Cox, Ndamukong Suh, Linval Joseph, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, those guys can eat today or on Sunday, excuse me. They got an opportunity to eat. So, again, the 49ers got a lot of pressure on them. I think there's more pressure on those guys than the Philadelphia Eagles. And I mentioned the 49ers secondary has been barbecue chicken all year. All year. Now, granted, they tackle well. They tackle very well. They tackle very well. The whole team, the whole 49ers team tackles very well. But when it comes to covering, they're aggressive. They bite on double moves. They have limitations. They've been giving up big games to wide receivers all year. Y'all think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith ain't going to eat? Y'all think Dallas Goedert not going to eat? Let's make it make sense. Philly the podcast. My brother Joe Castro. How you feeling, man? Hope all is well. He said, you going to the game? Nah, man. No. I'm not going to that game. Those tickets cost the same amount as my rent. Those tickets cost the same amount as my rent. I'm good. I'll watch it on the television screen. I'm good on that. Them tickets cost way too much. Can it get much higher? So high. Oh, man. Philly says, hit me up, bro. I'm doing a virtual tailgate. Host it with me. Oh, man. I'm gonna be doing work for J-Kib that day. With J-Kib, we got the pre, half, and post game show that we do from Ocean Casino. So I'm gonna be tied up that day, man. I'm gonna be tied up. J-Kib, we got a post game show. I would love to do it, man, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't know. I appreciate the invite because you know me, man. I'll hop in if I could, but I just don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't want to commit and then I back out. I don't want to do that to you, man. I got too much respect for you. Got too much respect for you. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, Philly. We're gonna put in some work. We gonna put in some work. Oh, best believe that. As a matter of fact, we should do something on on Victory Monday. We should do something on Victory Monday. Chris Scott says that hoodie is capped. No, Chris. No. Chris Scott, let me hold on, Chris. I'm sorry. I gotta put this up here. Chris said that hoodie is cap. I had no idea what cap meant, but my son told me it means good. I'm 53 years old. So, Chris, I'm going to tell you right now, cap doesn't mean good. Cap means that something is fraudulent or it's a lie. So, for example, right, if someone tells you, yes, exactly, Dank, his son was capping when he said that. Chris, with all due respect, your son was capping when he said that. Cap basically means, okay, I'm gonna give you the perfect example. If someone says to you, CD Lamb is better than AJ Brown, you know what you need to say to them, Chris? That's cap. If someone tells you Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts, you know what you tell them? That's cap. You capping right now. Call him Sir Cap-a-Lot. Yo, y'all got me rolling, man. Listen, it's Football Friday, y'all. It's Football Friday. Do y'all not like? I need y'all energy at an all-time high. We bring in the smash. We bring in the electricity. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure Brock Purdy feel us. You dig? We need to make sure they feel us. If somebody tells you that the 49ers are going to win this game on Sunday, you tell them that's cap. Oh, man. Hey, Chris, man. I appreciate you, man. What would he say? Chris, I'm going to beat my son's ass. He's sitting here pissing himself. Yo, oh, my God. That is funny. Hey, listen, man. Y'all my family here. Y'all my family. Like that's funny, Chris. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, back to the regular schedule programming. So the 49ers secondary is going to have a lot of trouble on their hands, right? They're going to have a lot of trouble on their hands. And I think it is important for the Philadelphia Eagles to establish the run. You want to make sure they respect it and they stay honest. But at the same time, I think this is going to be a game where Jalen Hurts is going to have to win it with his arm. I think this is a game where Jalen Hurts is going to have to make plays because the 49ers are not the best team when it comes to defending the deep ball, the explosive play. And when you have a team that leads the league in explosive plays, you have to lean in on that. You have to. And if the Eagles put Brock Purdy in a position that he has to win the game, because I think that's the key to winning, right? Limit explosive plays on the ground. And on top of that, we have to make sure Brock Purdy earns it. Brock Purdy has to earn it. We can't give him anything cheap. He has to earn it. You know what? I saw this crazy stat that Brock Purdy, let me make sure I can find it, man, because it blew my mind when I saw it. It really did blow my mind when I saw it. Brock Purdy's passing yards are kind of fraudulent. His passing yards are kind of fraudulent. I'm gonna tell you why. I saw this crazy stat. It was a wild stat. Here it is. Y'all want to hear a crazy stat? And this just speaks to how amazing the 49ers roster is. This speaks to how dynamic Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, all those boys. This stat I'm about to tell you guys about Brock Purdy, this is going to tell you just how dynamic those skill position guys are. Listen to this stat. Did you guys know Brock Purdy, as a starter in the NFL, he's thrown for 1,644 passing yards. He's thrown for just over 1,600 passing yards as a starter in all the games he's played. Did you guys know, out of those 1,600 passing yards, 847 yards of those passing yards are from yak. Yards after the catch. Out of Brock Purdy's 1,600 passing yards, over 800 of the yards is because of yak. Yards after the catch. What does that tell you? What does that tell you guys? I need to know. I want to see where y'all head is. I'm going to say this stat one more time for the people in the back in case you just hopped in. Brock Purdy as a starter has thrown for just over 1,600 passing yards. Of those 1,600 passing yards, 847 yards are because of the yak. The yards after the catch. Over 52% of Brock Purdy's passing yards are because of yak. That means Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, or Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. That means those guys are making plays after the catch. This is going to have to be a very, very strong tackling game for the Philadelphia Eagles because Brock Purdy is not going to throw the ball down the field. He's not. He's not going to test you. He's not. Now, granted, Kyle Shanahan, he's gonna take his shots, right? He's gonna, Brock Purdy loves to throw at the seams. So getting Avonte Maddox back this week, which I hope he plays because they said he's been limited this week and he's been pretty active. So hopefully Avonte Maddox plays, and if he plays, man, this is going to be our game to lose. Like I said, over 52% of Brock Purdy's passing yards has come from Yak, has come from Deebo Samuel making a play, George Kittle making a play, Brandon Ayuk making a play, Christian McCaffrey making a play. If the Eagles tackle well, if they tackle these guys at the point of attack, if they don't allow guys like Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey to get to that third and fourth step after they catch the ball, the Eagles got this game in the bag. Brock Purdy's not going to beat you with his arm. The numbers tell you that. He's not going to throw the ball down the field. The numbers tell you that. It's just a reality. Philly. He says this game is going to be very much like the Titans game. Our run game might not be that good, but you can't give up on it. Keep them honest. I agree. We got to keep them honest. Myram says he has no deep ball. Smitty Eagle says Gate City had a stat that most of his passes are under 8 yards. That's a fact. That's that leads to my point, right? Make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, if you guys want to, no pressure, no type of extra push. If you guys want to, you guys can donate to the YouTube channel. There's a super chat button down there. There's a super sticker button down there. Again, no pressure, man. I do this stuff for free. I do this for the love, man. So if you guys want to support the channel, if you guys want to support me, you guys can donate to the YouTube channel. But that's totally up to you guys. No pressure at all. Vermonta Williams says Brock likes to throw in the middle. That's a fact. Weezy the Jordan Eagle. My man says Jalen Hurts has to make plays. He will. Chris Scott, I love you too, my man. I love you and your son. I don't know why your son tried to set you up like that. That wasn't cool. Nikita Monroe says, I looked at the stats. Some of the top receivers had over 100 yards receiving. DK, Tyreek Hill, Adams, etc. They gave up over 100 yards to CeeDee Lamb as well. Arthur Brown says they're a good screen team. Definitely. Most definitely. Excuse me. So, despite everything I'm saying to you, though, it's going to be a tough game because the 49ers have a really, really, really good defense. Really good defense, man. They have Pro Bowlers and all pros all over that field. But same thing with the Philadelphia Eagles. Pro Bowlers all over the field, all pros on both sides of the ball, all over the field, on both lines of scrimmages. Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, first team All Pros, Haason Reddick, second team All Pro, James Bradberry, second team All Pro, and Jalen Hurts, second team All Pro, AJ Brown, second team All Pro. There's all pros all over the field. All pros all over the field. 4 All Pros on offense, 2 All Pros on defense. So just know, man, the Philadelphia Eagles measure up with these guys. You see, this isn't a game where I'm going into it thinking there's going to be a talent problem, right? Oh, wow, the 49ers are more talented. No, this isn't going to be that game. This isn't going to be that kind of game. This is the game where it's going to be decided between the lines. It's going to be decided between the ears. Which quarterback makes the least amount of mistakes? Arthur Brown with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Arthur. I appreciate you, man. You know what, Arthur? You're a very loyal listener. You're in here every day showing love. And I don't take that for granted. Also, you're a very strong contributor to the live chat. It means a lot because what you're doing here, Arthur, by donating your $5, that's showing me and telling me that you believe in me, that you believe in what I'm telling you. And even if we disagree, right, you rock with the energy. You rock with the passion. So I appreciate you, Arthur Brown, for always being a loyal supporter of Chalk It Up Sports. I don't take it for granted, and I'm going to continue to give you guys my energy, my passion, my analysis, and we're going to take it the way we're going to take it, man. And we're going to the bowl, man. I'm sorry, man, but we got to take it. We got to take care of business this Sunday. So Arthur Brown, thank you for the $5 super chat. Vermonta Williams says, who stopped the middle pass and the screen pass? Brock Purdy is a big F. Is a big failure. Is that what you're trying to say, Vermonta? Just want to make sure. I want to make sure I read your comment properly. Marvin says Nick Bosa has 18 sacks. The next guy has 5 sacks. Our lowest guy would be second on that D line. Nick Bosa is carrying. That's a fact. Also, on top of that, Nick Bosa hasn't had a sack at all in his playoffs. He hasn't sacked anybody in his playoffs. He didn't sack Geno Smith. He didn't sack Dak Prescott. I think Nick Bosa is running out of gas. I think he's running out of gas. I really believe that. Justin Johnson, 17 of 22 starters make the Pro Bowl or alternates. Has to be one of the craziest things I've seen. Still getting no national respect. I know, man. Now, I will say this, though. There are some people showing us love. There are. Like, my man Ryan Clark showing us love. Obviously, LaShawn McCoy, LaShawn Shady McCoy showing us love. Joy Taylor showing us love. You know how that go. Believe it or not, Callan Cowherd is showing us love. Who else, man? There's some people out there showing us love. There are some. There's some. Arthur Brown, thank you again for the $5 super chat. He says, I'm 63. I've been a fan forever. Appreciate you and the truth. Hey, listen, man. My dad celebrates my dad just turned 51, right? My dad just turned 51 on Wednesday, and we're taking him out to dinner this Saturday. And I have such a high reverence. I have so much respect for, my elders. I have so much respect for the people that came before me. I have so much respect for Eagles fans that have been riding this train, even when the Eagles had bad ownership and they weren't really good and they weren't doing anything and they wasted defensive talent. They wasted talent on the offensive side of the ball. I have so much respect for Eagles fans that stood the test of time, right? So much respect for Eagles fans that stood the test of time. My dad been an Eagles fan all his life, been disappointed all his life. Seeing my dad cry tears of joy when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, man, wow. I cried with him. I cried so bad. I cried so bad when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and seeing my dad cry tears of joy, seeing my dad just be so happy, man, it meant so much to me, and it means a lot to me just knowing that we got Eagles fans that have been holding it down, even when ownership was bad. I'm pretty sure, Arthur, you can say without a shadow of a doubt, Jeffrey Lurie is the best owner in Eagles history. He's given us the most, or he's given us the brightest years in terms of, Eagles history. Quasi the Great says, Tone, I believe this game will be over by halftime. I just have a good feeling about this Sunday, bro. I have a good feeling about it too. I have a really good feeling about it too. You know what I mean? I have a good feeling about it because I trust this team. I trust this roster, right? I trust the energy that's permeating through the building. This team is confident. They know they're good. They believe they can beat anybody. And when you playing that kind of ball, nobody can stop you. Only people that can stop you is yourself. Arthur Brown says, I sat on my father's knee in 1960 watching the games, man. Wow. Wow, man. That's awesome. That's beautiful to hear. That's so beautiful to hear, man. Before I got my job with J-Kip Sports, I used to watch the games every Sunday with my dad. Every game day we watching the games, we ordering food, we inviting people over. I never missed a game day with my dad, never. This is the first year when I haven't really been able to watch the games with my father. And it's a little different for us, but ultimately it's something he knows I'm on a journey. He knows I'm in grind mode. He knows my goals. He knows my aspirations. And I'm grateful for him for putting that Eagle blood in me. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for him because things could be worse. We could be Cowboys fans, and man, I'd probably kill myself. No pun intended. But let me not joke about that kind of stuff, man. Let me not joke about that kind of stuff. But I mentioned it earlier in the live stream. I think most of the pressure is on Brock Purdy and the 49ers. They're the team that's going on the road. Did you guys know Brock Purdy hasn't had to play on the East Coast not one time since he started? Brock Purdy hasn't made an East Coast trip not one time. He's been staying to the West, Seattle, Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Los Angeles. He hasn't had to come to the East Coast all year. So this is going to be a real big test for the 49ers. And I think the 49ers may be in over their head. I think Brock Purdy more so may be in over his head. But again, I think this game is going to be very competitive. It's going to be very physical. I'm not taking anybody lightly. Not at all. But I just trust Jalen Hurts. I trust this team. Why bow down now, right? Why act scared now? Scared money don't make no money. Weezy, you know what's up. We ain't losing this game. We ain't losing this game. So let me ask you guys a question. Chris Scott says, I trust this team more than I've trusted any team I've watched since 1975 when I became a diehard fan. Wow, Chris, that's crazy. You know, that's high praise, man. Because even when we, like, let's be real, right? And we're going to get into this topic, but before I get into this topic, I want to think about this with you guys. When we went on that Super Bowl run, the 2017-2018 season, and when Carson Wentz went down and we had that magical carpet ride with Nick Foles, I got to be honest, I was so nervous throughout those playoffs. I was so nervous because I didn't know what Nick Foles was going to give us in the playoffs. I just didn't know. And that Atlanta Falcons game was so touch and go. That Atlanta Falcons game was so touch and go. And you see the game changed when Nick Foles threw that deep ball in the middle of the field, but right before halftime, and Keanu Neal could have intercepted the ball, but the ball bounced off his knees, and Torrey Smith caught the tip ball and put us in field goal range. That was when I knew we are a team of destiny. Jalen Mills versus Julio Jones on the final play of the game. Final play of the game. He makes the game-saving deflection. He stops Julio Jones. Storybook. Nick Foles takes us to the Minnesota game. NFC Championship. Now, the Vikings drove down the field and scored first, right? They scored first. And then we got the ball back and we didn't score. And then they got the ball back. And then Patrick Robinson, pick six. The top came off of Lincoln Financial Field. The top blew off. And then it was curtains from there. We dominated. We have to dominate this game. The 49ers are a team that should be respected, but we have to dominate this game. We have to check all our boxes. We have to win this game decidedly to make sure people know we are for real. Chris Scott with the $5 super sticker. Man, thank you so much. That, again, when you guys donate to the channel, you're donating to my livelihood, right? And I appreciate you guys for, believing in me enough to donate to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. That's big time. Savvy B says this team is different. Anything short of a Super Bowl championship would be a slap in the face to what they put together. They're not losing this game. Yeah, man. Like this, there's so many variables working for the Philadelphia Eagles. You have guys like Jason Kelce, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, right? Lane Johnson, Isaac Samalu. I thought was Isaac Samalu on that Super Bowl team? I'm not sure. Let me double check. Because I keep calling him a Super Bowl champion like he was there. I want to make sure he was there. Yeah, he was. Like Isaac Samalu, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. Those guys been there. Those guys are Super Bowl champions. Even Derek Barnett, he tore his ACL earlier in the year, but Derek Barnett on his team as well, Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl champion. We got 3 Super Bowl champions on this roster. We know what it takes. These guys, this may be their last game. Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. This may be their last. This may be their last shot at getting back at the big dance. They not wasting no time. Darius Slate, a guy who's never been this far in the playoffs ever. He's not wasting his opportunity. James Bradberry, out for blood, continuing to prove people wrong. Y'all saw what he did in the Giants game. He's trying to keep that momentum going. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, looking to prove himself. T.J. Edwards, Haason Reddick is playing free. Y'all saw what he said after he sacked Daniel Jones. He said, I'm in my bag now. It was over for him. I'm in my bag now. Those guys on defense are playing with a juice, a swagger, a moxie. You can't replicate it. You can't quantify it. You can't measure it. That's how much juice, that's how much swagger they're playing with. Same thing on offense. Those guys are playing with the physicality. Those guys are playing with a will to win. They're doing what they have to do to win. They don't care how it look. Nobody on this team care about numbers or stats. They care about winning. They care about making an impact. They care about dominating their matchups. They care about checking their boxes. The Eagles not for play. And then you got the fearless leader, Jalen Hurts, who I will follow to the ends of the earth. Come on now. Chris Scott, thank you once again for the $5 super chat, man. Thank you. Arthur Brown says, no one expected us to win. We played with house money. Bro, I know it's some people that thinks we're going to win this game. There's some people that think so, but it's a lot of people that think the 49ers are going to win this game. There's a lot of people that think that too. I've been paying attention to all the polls on the NFL. I've been paying attention to all the polls on the different publications. Most people think the 49ers are going to win this game. Most people do. But it's okay, though. Jalen Hurts don't take the cheese. But anyway, I want to ask you guys a question. Who has directed the game for the Philadelphia Eagles and the 49ers on the defensive side of the ball? So this is what I want to know. For the 49ers and for the Philadelphia Eagles on the defensive side of the ball, who has to wreck the game for the opponent? Who has to have a big day on defense for both teams? Who has to dig their flag into the ground and say, this is mine. I own this. Who has to wreck the game for the Eagles and who has to wreck the game for the 49ers? Because my thought process is this. I think Haason Reddick has to go off. He has to play like his hair is on fire. He has to play with reckless abandon. He got to make this young boy Purdy feel him. You dig me? Myram says Haason Reddick. RJ Lucas, what's good, bro? Welcome to the show. Arthur Brown says Haason. Vermonta Williams says BG. Okay, that's not a bad pick. EC1 was going to welcome back. Arthur Brown says, from the head coach on down, everyone has an axe to grind. They don't want a participation trophy. It's a ring. Reddick for sure. Okay. Yo, Nikita says Reddick gonna have 3 sacks. Okay, talk your talk. Danny D says AJ for offense. Okay. RG Lucas Maddox. You see, there's a chance Avonte Maddox can play. There's a chance. I think he plays. If I had to bet on it, I think he plays. That's my honest opinion. Justin Johnson says, I need a big one from Slay. I need a big game from Slay. I feel you on that, man. Slay got a ball. I don't even need an interception from Slay. I need him to lock down Deebo. Actually, they honestly might put James Bradberry on Deebo and they might put Slay on Ayuk because of the speed factor. Dang Burrito says we need that interior pressure. Well, we're going to get it. Brock Purdy and those boys, they haven't faced a pass rush like this. They haven't. I got more faith in my offensive line than I do theirs. Also, who do the Philadelphia Eagles need to watch out for? I know Nick Bosa has kind of had a cold playoff run, but I think Nick Bosa still needs to be accounted for, right? Because he's a guy that can just pop off, and that team goes as he goes. It's 2 guys on defense you gotta pay attention to. That's Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. Those 2 are the heartbeat of the 49ers defense. They're the heartbeat. If they get gashed, if they become liabilities, everybody else will follow suit. This game is going to come down to the mentals. Hey, make sure you guys smash that like button, man. You know, it goes a long way. The more you guys smash that like button, the higher the likelihood of more people finding the live stream. And you know, it just helps, man. It helps the live chat get popping. You know, it helps spark more debate. So yeah. RJ Lucas says, is James Bradberry faster than Slay? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just not faster. Unfortunately, he's not. But Bradberry, he's the more physical guy. And also Bradberry has made more plays. Bradberry is so savvy, even though he's not the fastest, he's so savvy, man. He hasn't gotten beat that often. Justin Johnson says, for them, I'm much more concerned about Warner and Bosa. Definitely. He also says, facts, our secondary should give a rookie quarterback fits, and it's got to start with Slay. Has to. It has to start with Slay. You know, I think CJ Gardner-Johnson is going to pick the ball off. I think it's either going to be CJ or James Bradberry with the interception. Because I think what's going to happen is Purdy's going to get passed. He's going to get rushed, and he's going to try to avoid a sack, and he's going to try to throw the ball. And I think Bradberry or CJ Gardner-Johnson pick it off because it's going to be a bad ball. It's going to be a really bad ball. So what are we wearing? Okay, we're wearing green and white pants. I like it. I like it. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. I like it. So let me get some stat predictions from you guys, right? Let's get some stat predictions. Who do you guys think is going to lead the team in receiving yards? Is it going to be AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert? Who do you guys think is going to lead the team in receiving yards and catches? Who's going to get the most catches and who's going to get the most yards? Nikita Monroe says Slay shows up against number one receivers. He does. That's true. He does. I'll give you that. He definitely shows up against number one wide receivers. He kind of takes a day off when it's someone who's not that good. But last week was so huge for Slay because I don't think he came into that game with any level of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think Slay doubted the opponent last week. I think Slay was on his P's and Q's last week. Danny D says AJ Brown, 120 yards. Myram says AJ. Quez says Dallas yards. Dallas yards catches this game. AJ. Okay, got you. He thinks Quez. He thinks Dallas is going to have the yards. He thinks AJ is going to have the catches. Okay, I would probably flip that. I think AJ will have the yards. I think Dallas will have the catches. Because last week was a big Devontae Smith game. Last week was a big Devontae Dallas Goedert game. Myron says AJ. Arthur Brown says AJ. Savvy B says Smith in yards. Goddard has the most receptions. Okay. Justin Johnson. Smitty finishes. Smitty, they're going to have to do anything to try to take it away. Okay. I got you. Smitty going to have more catches. They're going to do anything to try to take AJ away. Got you. Danny D says catches Devontae with 12. Ooh, okay. Smitty Eagle says, I know I tried to ask a few times, but I'm wondering if you know if it's true that their defense gives it the most 20-plus yards in the pass game this year. And AJ, no, you're right, Smitty. You're right. I don't know where I can find a stat, but they give up the most big plays in terms of the passing game. They're one of the worst teams. They're one of the worst teams when it comes to defending the pass. Let me see something. All right. You know, the 49ers, again, they're not a team that is really that good against stopping the pass. They're just not. They're one of the worst teams as far as completion percentage too. So quarterbacks have a good day against them, but it's just the fact that it's hard to run against them, right? And they do wreak havoc. They're a really good defense, but I just think Jalen Hurts has an opportunity ahead of him. I really think that. I really think that. All right, so we've been live for about 55 minutes, man. Time is flying. Time is flying. Time is flying. Wow. All right, let's see something. Let's see. Now, I'm thinking about something, you guys, and let me know how you're feeling. If if I drop the call-in link, who's gonna want to get engaged? Who's gonna want to talk about this game? If I drop the call-in link, who wants to give their opinion about this game? If I drop the link, I don't want to drop the link if y'all not feeling it. So I'm gonna follow y'all lead. If I drop the call-in link, who wants to come up and just talk about the Eagles and just share their opinion about this game? If I drop the link. RJ says Niners fans been talking crazy, bro. This John and Sunday, I'm sick for real. Brocky, yo, yeah, I saw that. Man. Like who the hell, like Brocky, what the hell? What are we talking about here? Brocky, yo, when I saw that, I was like, what? They really trying here, man. They better realize that this ain't gonna be one of those. This ain't gonna be one of those. This ain't gonna be one of those, man. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the link, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all ask and y'all shall receive. I'm gonna drop the link for y'all to call in. I'll drop the link now. Give me a second. Drop the link. There we go. All right. The link has been dropped. So if you guys want to, talk about your Eagles, because again, I want to check the temperature of you guys. I want to find out how y'all feeling about this Sunday. I know a lot of you guys chat in the live chat, but I want to pick y'all brain. I want to find out how y'all feeling, man. That's where I'm at with it. I want to know what's on y'all mind. I do a lot of talking. Y'all always hearing me talk. So I want to hear what y'all want to say about this game. All right, so we got, let's let it load up a little bit. Let's try to get some more people on this thing. Let's let it load up a little bit. I know we got Nikita Monroe behind the scenes, so we're gonna bring her up in a second. Again, if you want to call in, to shed your piece about the Philadelphia Eagles, let me know your positives, your negatives, your concerns. I want to know. I want to know what y'all think, man. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. We got 41 people in here, man. We got 41 people in here, so make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all click that link pinned to the top of the chat if you guys want to share your opinion about the Philadelphia Eagles right now. I want to know how y'all feel about this season, Jalen Hurts. I want to know all of that. I want to know all of that. So let's see. All right. The first person we're going to bring up is Nikita Monroe. All right. So let's do it. Nikita Monroe, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I need to know, how are you feeling right now about your Philadelphia Eagles? I need the generalization. I need the gist of it. I need you to talk to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm 95% positive we're gonna win on Sunday.
Okay. Now 95% positive is pretty high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'm with you, right? I'm rocking, but I need to know what goes into that 95%. What needs to happen? What can't happen?
What can't happen? Turnovers. That's number one.
Okay.
We can't turn the ball over. 49ers defense too good. They capitalize on turnovers. No mistakes, no penalties, not a lot of penalties. We got to take advantage of the home field. That's number one. We come out fast and hot and punch the 49ers in the mouth. This is going to be an easy game for us. But that's what has to happen. If we come out too lax because we at home, it could be bad for us.
That's a good point. And you know what's so funny? I think about the way this team is built, right? I think about the leadership. I think about Jalen Hurts. I think about the way they responded to that Giants game, right? I think about that. And that if any game to come out lax, then that would have been the one, right? Against
Correct.
the Giants.
Correct.
But when you think about the 49ers, like you said, you come out lax against them, you really might get punched in the mouth. But I just don't see that, right? You know, a guy like Jalen Hurts, a guy like BG and so on and so forth, just Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, the leadership is tremendous.
Those veterans gonna have them guys ready. Nick gonna have them ready. You don't get opportunities like this. I've been an Eagle fan my whole life. I'm 32 years old.
Solid.
So I'm 32 years old. So, I cried when we lost to the Patriots. I was young.
Me too.
I cried when we won against the Patriots. It all came full circle. You don't get opportunities like this as a fan, and you got to think the players, they know they don't get opportunities like this. Get a home playoff game to go to the Super Bowl, you can't even write your goals out beginning of the year and say, yeah, that's what I want, because it don't even happen like that.
That's true. That's true. Especially when you think about like the way this team, I mean, because all right, let's really think about it, right? The team made a lot of moves in the offseason to put us in position to do this, right? Haason, Reddick, AJ Brown had a strong draft, Kaiser White, James Bradberry, CJ Gardner-Johnson. I could go on and on, right? They made a lot of moves, but it still had to come together because it's a lot of teams that spend a lot of money and they can't get it done, right? So I want to get your opinion on just the guys we brought in the free agency and through the draft and via trade. Like, I want to get your opinion on, just how, like, just tell me your feelings about the impact they made and the impact you definitely anticipate them to make in this game.
I was very happy with the front office because, as Eagles fans, we don't pay guys.
We're a little stingy. We're a little stingy
with the money. We had some questionable draft picks in the past. So when I seen the ownership going out, getting wide receivers, getting defensive guys, it excited me because I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing. We're trying to capitalize right now. And how the NFL is everything so fast. You see how the Rams won the Super Bowl and then they what 5? It was a bad.
They ain't got no draft picks.
No draft. Yeah. So I was very happy. I knew Reddick was gonna come in. I knew it. Philly got something. It's something about us that we bring the dog out of people. And Reddick was already a dog, but nobody expected him to play like this because they already had they preconceived notions about him.
That's a good point.
But when you come to a team that saw Super Bowl as the number one goal, I knew he was going to ball out. AJ, I knew he was going to ball out because Tennessee is Tennessee. It is what it is. They got a good running back, and that's where I see that their priority is. It wasn't in AJ, so I'm glad we was able to scoop him up for a steal. Reddick for a steal. It's all or nothing for us because even if we bring everybody back, we just know how football is. You just never know the opportunities you get.
A lot of 1-year deals on this team. A lot of people that's not going to be here. That's just the reality. We can't pay everybody, right? I know a lot of people I know a lot of people don't want to talk about that right now because we're in the middle of a playoff run, but you pay the quarterback, things get a little tighter. But here's the good thing about it. You got your three-headed monster locked up for the next 3 to 4 years at least. You got AJ Brown locked up. You got Devontae Smith on the rookie deal, right? And he's still gonna have that 5th-year option. So you got him for the next 3 years. You got Dallas Goedert locked up on his contract, right?
Right.
This is a situation where the Eagles can really be competitive, especially from the offense side of the ball for a long time. And
we locked up our young core, and that's what I appreciate because you know how this league is. If you ain't got no young talent to grow, and you see the Bengals. They not in this position again for nothing. They they superstar guys. They paid their quarterback. That's how it go. And sometimes overpay the quarterback. We know what it's like to overpay a quarterback.
Yeah. We definitely know what it's like.
We've been there before. Yeah.
So I'm curious. It's so funny. You're speaking of the quarterback position, and Jalen Hurts, right? I want to get your perspective on just Jalen Hurts as a player. How you saw him earlier on in terms of when we first brought him in, how you saw him his last season and this season. I want to get your overall opinion on Jalen Hurts and just what he's brought to the table, how much he's grown. And I want you to just elaborate on that.
I'm not going to cap or chalk it up, guys. I'm not going to cap. I'm not going to cap. I was a little iffy on Jalen. Not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
It's okay. You keeping it real. You keeping it real.
I was a little iffy only because when he came in for Carson, the numbers was basically the same. I did see some glimpses where I was like, okay. Then I see some glimpses like, okay, he a young quarterback. I did give him a lot of grace just because I know how it is as a fan to watch. We paid a lot of money to Carson. I thought it was going to turn around. It never turned around. So even in that Tampa Bay game, even though we lost and got blown out, I saw the leadership qualities. I'm like, if they bring him back, I wouldn't be mad. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad. The strides he made this year, that just come from hard work and dedication and just watching film and learning and observing and understanding that I'm the guy now, and they're going to have to, somebody got to take this job from me. I ain't giving it up. And that's how he came in this year. Our backup wasn't good enough in the games he played to even Jalen to even be scared about nothing. So he improved throwing the ball so well. He understands when to run and when not to run because he knows you're a franchise guy. We don't need you taking hits like Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's a real good point, right? And I think that's what separates him, right? People always want to get on the better arm talent, all that kind of stuff. My thing is, right, this game ain't about who threw the ball the furthest. This game, this game ain't about who threw the tightest spiral, right? This game is about who threw the ball from point A to point B the most efficiently and the most consistently.
Yep. Who makes the less mistakes? Josh Allen is about magic. Everything got to be magical. You be seeing Josh Allen.
I like the way you said that. Everything got to be magical. That's
because you got to think every time he don't just take sacks. He got to take the sack, throw the ball up. Like no, everything got to be magic with him. We need Jalen just to be Jalen. He come out and play his game. I feel like we're good. He come out and do too much, then I think that's where not reading the coverages correctly. You got to think, even though this 49ers defense secondary is a little bit questionable, when they get the chance to intercept the ball, they're going to intercept the ball.
That's a good point.
Even though the secondary is questionable, I looked at the stats. They gave up some yards to some good receivers. But when they had the chance to pick Dak off,
they take it.
I picked them off.
That's true. And the good thing about it is the fact that we got a quarterback that's just not prone to make mistakes like that. He's shown an ability to be able to read defenses this year. And, the ability to just protect that ball. And like you said, protect itself, right? I got some other people lined up. But before you get out of here, I want to get your final thoughts on the game, what you expect to see, and your score prediction.
Final thoughts on the game. Final score, Eagles 27-17.
Okay. I like that.
Jalen Hurts going to throw for about 300.
Oh, you think he's going to do it?
because look, I think that 49ers defense is that good. I respect them that much that I feel like Jalen going to have to throw the ball. And I feel like we could still win. Haason, 3 sacks. It's on my heart. I don't know. It's something about 3 sacks that I feel Haason going to get. I don't see nobody. He in a different zone. He in a different mind. AJ going to be AJ. Devontae going to be Devontae. I feel like our secondary, we tackle well. We capitalize on their mistakes because Brock Purdy going to make – he ain't been in no environment like this.
At all.
If we capitalize on the mistakes, we get any type of lead, whether it's 10, 5, anything. Any type of lead, I feel super comfortable because any lead we gotten during the season, our defense just took it to a whole nother level. We had a little lead when we played the Giants the first time with the 10 sacks, then it turned up. We get any type of lead, I know our defense is going to be fine. So 27-17 Eagles. We going to the Super Bowl, and keep everything y'all do, Eagles fans. Do what you do. Last week I went to the gym every day. You know what I did this week? I went to the gym every day.
Exactly. Don't change nothing. Keep nothing.
Traditions going. I haven't worn no Eagle gear this year. You know why? Because I've been focused and that ain't just been my spirit. I've been talking a lot of trash though.
So 27-17, right?
27-17.
All right, I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down. 27-17. Nikita Monroe. All right, look. Listen, I'm about to bring up the next person. Nikita Monroe, I appreciate you so much for liking the content, always supporting me. It go a long way. I do this, I do this for free. I do this for the love. I do it for the passion. And I just appreciate you for just always, engaging, talking in the live chat, keeping everybody locked in. I appreciate you. We're going to get you up here another day, okay? Take care.
Peace out, y'all.
Eagles, you already know. Fly Eagles fly. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Shout out to Miss Monroe, man. Coming in with the heat, starting off strong. Next, we got my man, Smitty Eagle 373 in the building. What's good? How you feeling, my man?
Confident. Why wouldn't I?
My man on the road. I like it. He said, listen, man, you're going to get it.
I'm at a job, man, but
I ain't mad at that, my man. Listen, the bacon got to come in, man. You got to, but, let's get right to it, right? Eagles, 49ers, NFC Championship, man. This is the matchup of matchups. This is the game we all deserve. This is the game that we all been asking for. Number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. The 49ers ain't seen a team like this. The Eagles ain't seen a team like this. What's your initial thoughts right now?
I mean, I feel like, man, it's a game where we can capitalize on all their weak spots. You feel me? Like I just said in the chat, you told me that they give up the most big plays. Well, we capitalize on the most big plays.
Facts.
I think Devontae, what? He averaged on big plays 28 yards after the yards in the air, right? Running around, something like that.
I think so. I know. See, the thing is, all our receivers like AJ, Dallas Goedert, like Devontae, they all big play dudes, explosive play dudes, like averaging over 10 to 12 yards, per reception. That's what they do.
Right. So I think you get some pressure up the middle. I ain't worried about Haason. He gonna get his pressure on the outside. He gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? He been pretty much seeing all the disrespect, just like all the Eagles fans. We've been seeing the disrespect. I think it's just time, man, to really see like they can't hang with us. Yeah, it's the matchup everybody want, but it ain't the matchup everybody gonna want to see when it's over with.
Damn. I like that mentality because I feel like the Niners has been one of those teams that's kind of been like hyped up all year. But
they did it to the Giants though. And the Giants was 3-5-1. And they were like, oh, they so hot. How?
That's a good point. They
was hot for 1 week, and then we cooled them off, and now they sitting at home, and now we finna send the Niners the same way.
So let me ask you this, right? Is there anybody on that Niners defense that you worried about?
Bosa. I mean, you gotta worry about him, but you could take him out of the game. He's too aggressive. We could play him just like we played Micah. Run all the motion his way. Make him react to 3 or 4 people in his area. Okay, I got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith sitting behind you. I got Dallas Goedert over the middle. I got Smiles and I got Jalen. We all moving towards you. You can't react to everybody.
That's a good point.
And when you pick, we're gonna kill you with the other person. It's easier that way.
Now, what about Fred Warner? They got a lot of speed at that linebacker.
That's why I don't think Dallas Goedert gonna have the day everybody think he is. Fred Warner nasty, bro. I don't know if anybody else been watching Niners football, but when it come to him, and he just go 1-on-1 with CD Lamb and pretty much lock Buddy down.
He went stride for stride.
So it's like stuff like that to me make me be like, all right, he might be able to lock Dallas up, but he can't get out there with Devontae on the edge. He can't get out there with AJ. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point. You know what? To your point, right? When they played the Cowboys, they really only had one person to worry about, and that was CD and maybe Tony, but Tony Pollard got hurt, right? But really, the only receiver they really was keyed in on was CD Lamb. But with the Eagles, right? You try to lock in on Dallas, okay, you got AJ. You try to lock in on AJ, okay, you got Devontae. You know what I'm saying? It's in my opinion, it's too many holes you got to plug, right?
I heard today too. Like I heard that they play the most zone in the NFL too.
I think so. And Jalen been
didn't Jalen put 380 yards up against the second best zone team in the NFL?
Hey, talk about it, man. Like sometimes people feel differently, man. You got to let them know, because my whole thing is this, right? The 49ers are one of the worst teams when it comes to defending the explosive play, when it comes to defending the deep ball. Jalen Hurts has been the best deep ball thrower in the NFL all year, right?
What is he, 63%?
Something like that. I believe so. I think he leads the league in air yards and all that.
Right. So, hey, I see you asked old girl about how she felt about Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah, man.
So I went to the last preseason game. Okay. I wasn't 100% sold. Like I'm married to an Alabama fan, so I've been watching Jalen Hurts for a minute. So like she only an Eagles fan because of Jalen Hurts. So
hey, I ain't mad at it. I'll take it.
Me and her was talking, and she like, "Do you believe?" And I was like, I don't really know if he gonna make the strides that I really expect him to make. And then he exceeded all that. So it's like I was believing, but I was more like I felt like we was gonna be able to capitalize, but not as much as we did. Maybe 13, maybe 12 wins.
I think what you're trying to say is the fact that like you knew he was going to improve, but you didn't know how much, and you didn't know if the organization would be patient enough to watch him improve.
Because I seen him improve from Alabama to Oklahoma. You feel me? So I was like, okay, he drastically became a different player. But then last year, it seemed like when he was starting, it seemed like we regressed back to him being more just running.
Okay.
Like how I feel like Buffalo, they don't have a running game because every time you want to run the ball, you give it to Josh Allen. He can't keep taking all those hits. But then this year, it seemed like him and Steichen and Sirianni got so much locked in, the improvement was tenfold.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
Like everybody gave praise to Josh Allen from year 2 to year 3. They didn't get at the Hurts, and he improved more than him.
That's technically true, right? And another thing, people like to give Jalen hell for actually having weapons, right? But we don't have that conversation when it comes to everybody else. Why do you think people keep trying to pretend like Jalen Hurts gonna fall off of this invisible cliff?
I talked to a dude, right? One of my friends, he from Philly, and he like 62. I asked him, I said, why? I said, I've been a fan for almost 30 years, and I still can't figure out why people hate us. And he was like, man, it's from the 60s, like us hitting Santa with snowballs and throwing batteries. And I'm like, they ain't got over that yet. And every time I hear one of the old heads talk about it, they bring it up. Like, I don't like Philly because how they treat people. Like, what? We haven't been those people in a long time. The 60s, we was hungry. We wasn't getting wins. We was getting championships, but we wasn't getting like all this that we getting now. Like now we more of a we hostile. We like, as you say, we choose violence, but we ain't putting hands on people like that. Like I heard.
I go to Eagles games, right? And you're right. I go to Eagles games, and I seen Dallas Cowboys fans, and I seen Giants fans and other teams. Like ain't nobody hurting nobody, but we talking trash. Don't get it twisted. the tailgates get raunchy.
Yeah. So my prediction for the score, man, I say 37.
Yeah, man. 37. Slow down, Smitty. Hold on, y'all. Smitty coming in hot, y'all. Hold on. So, real quick, before we get you out of here, you said your score prediction and your final thoughts in this game is what?
37-10.
Oh, I'm writing it now, Smitty. I'm writing it down. Everybody that get a prediction. I'm writing all this down. 37-10. 37-10. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Our defense better than Dallas, right?
Facts.
They scored. They scored their only touchdown in the second half.
Right. So
technically speaking, without the field goals and that touchdown, how many points they got? 6.
Man, and also remember Dallas turned the ball over. So
in great field position, and you couldn't even throw the ball. What he had 200 yards passing, and it wasn't efficient. He was struggling.
He had a couple big throws like the Kittle bobble and all that kind of stuff. Like
that was Kittle. Stuff. That wasn't even Purdy. That was Kittle.
Right. That was all Kittle. Right. That's a good point.
I think we got better corners than Dallas. I mean, Trayvon Diggs is a bad boy. I can't lie. But he's top 10 one guy. All you gotta do is move Deebo to the other side. Trayvon is dead. You can't move Deebo to the other side because we got Bradberry on the other side. You want to move him back. We got Slay on the other side, and if Maddox back, you can't move him nowhere. You got to put him in the backfield, and we ain't letting you run the ball.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
Listen, I took a parlay, and I took Christian McCaffrey under 65 yards.
Now, last game he had that's not a bad bet because he got a bad leg right now. I think Elijah Mitchell.
He hasn't practiced. He hasn't even practiced.
That's true. That's a good point. So real quick, man, before I get you out of here and I bring up the next guest, your final thoughts on this game. You gave me a score prediction, but what you need to see. What don't you want to see? Just give me your final thoughts on this game before we get you out of here, man.
I want to see us tackle. I want to see us shut down the middle of the field because they've always said we weak in the middle. And I want to see AJ, Devontae, and Jalen Hurts 330 plus yards.
Listen, man, that's actually not that hard to do on this defense, right? So that's a good point, man. Look, I want to see that too. I want to see AJ because AJ hungry right now. We saw how last game went. He glad they won, but he a wide receiver at the end of the day. He want to touch that ball. He want to start stiff arming dudes. You know what I mean?
Yes, he averaged 12 targets a game. And he had 6.
Yeah. Devontae was the guy last week, so I ain't mad at it. And I also think he was a little frustrated that he kind of hit his hip a little bit. You know what I mean? His hip a little sore.
I think that deep ball pissed him off too because it was a pass interference, and he got hurt off of it, so he wanted to get a good little get back, and they was like, "Nah, you gonna sit down."
He was wide open.
Nah, I want to get some back.
I feel you on that. And then Sirianni took him out at the end because obviously he saw he was a little limp. So, but yeah, man, look, Smitty, I appreciate you for always locking in on the content, bro. You've been loyal, man. You in here every single day, locking in, being active in the live chat, bro. And I don't take that kind of support for granted, man. I do this stuff for the love. I do this because I care about y'all, and I love talking sports with y'all, man. Because again, y'all hold me accountable. Y'all challenge me, even when we agree or disagree. I just know for a fact y'all coming from a real pure place, man. And again, bro, like rain, sleet, or snow, them Eagles train to go. Smitty, I appreciate you, my guy. We're gonna bring you up here next time.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Yes, sir, man. Take care. Have a good day at work.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Shout out to Smitty Eagle, man, for coming through. Next up, the OG that always show me love. The OG, the big dog. You know what I'm saying? The wise man. I'm bringing up Philly Pop.
Baby.
Yes, sir.
Man. Take care. Have a good day.
How you feeling, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Shout out to Smitty Eagle, man, for coming through. Next
We got
up,
Philly Pop in the
Oh,
building.
what's
You
up?
there, OG?
always show me love.
What's up, Tom?
So,
OG.
real quick, I'm gonna need you to mute
Yeah.
the TV for me so I can make sure I hear you properly. I need you to mute the TV.
I'm bringing up Philly Pop, baby.
Yo, what's
Yes,
up?
sir. Take care. Have a good day. How you feeling,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
I'm doing good, man.
All right, man. Shout out to Smitty Eagle, man, for coming through. Next, we got
So yeah, Philly Pop, real quick, I need you to mute your TV. It's a little bit of an echo.
Real quick, I'm gonna need you to mute the TV for me so I can make sure I hear you properly. I need you to mute the TV.
All right, man. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem.
There you go.
All right, cool. Can you hear me on your phone?
Yeah, let me turn mine up a little bit. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. We got all the time in the world.
Yeah,
You got me?
got to get my speaker up a little bit.
You all good, man. You know, it's football Friday. Eagles in the NFC Championship going against the 49ers. This is the time, sir. This is the time. You've been. I know for a fact you've been an Eagles fan for a long time, and you've been holding it down. I got a lot of respect for the OGs that been here before me and that's been holding it down for guys like me, man. And we got our first Super Bowl championship in 2018. That was amazing, and now we got another opportunity. So I want to get your thoughts on this game, man. And I also want to get your thoughts on just the work the Eagles have been putting in. So again, let's start here. Eagles, 49ers. What's your thoughts on that game?
I think they're getting overhyped for sure.
The 49ers?
Yeah, I think they definitely getting overhyped. I think they feeding into the hype because especially this Purdy guy. I mean, I think he's definitely getting fed. He's feeding into that. He's going to come in overconfident himself, but I don't think it's going to work out for him.
I feel that. Now,
I'm talking about Purdy.
Okay, got you, Purdy. So yeah, Brock Purdy. It's funny because I'm hearing people try to put this guy, on pedestals that, in my opinion, he ain't even earned yet. I mean, he having a solid 7 games, but I mean, he not the reason. He not rocking the boat. He doing his job right now, and I'm never going to knock a guy for doing his job. Right at the end of the day, at the very least, you could do your job. But when you think about Jalen Hurts, he is the system. He is the engine. Whereas though Brock Purdy, he's the cog in the engine, right? He's the cog in the machine. He's not the machine itself. So I want to get your thoughts on Jalen Hurts in the season he's had, and has he exceeded your expectations? Has he met your expectations? I want to know where I want to know where your head at when it comes to Jalen Hurts.
I always believed in him. When I was right there with LB. When LB started hyping him, I was right there with him. I felt the same way. And then when he started to push him out there, I said, I think LB he hit the nail right on the head. And sure enough, the guy took off. He just kept proving people wrong. But see, that's the thing about Jalen I like is he stays focused. See, he keeps his eye on the prize. He don't let nothing defer him from that. That's all he's thinking about is one thing. So everything else is bouncing off him, He's just not taking it in. He's on a mission now. He's heard enough of the disrespect. Still getting that. Still hasn't stopped. So that's just motivating him. I mean, you could see that in him last year, but this year he was determined to get out there and prove himself. And I congratulate him for keeping his eye on the prize.
That's a good point. I think about it like this, man. When the lights get brightest, when the moment really comes, I don't know what it is. Like I just trust this brother to just do his job and not put the team in a compromising position. Like all year, he's protected the ball. He only threw 6 interceptions, and you can really look at those. You can really count maybe one or two at the most of those interceptions was probably his fault. The rest of them probably a tip ball. Maybe the wide receiver didn't fight hard enough on the route, so on and so forth. But overall, Jalen Hurts has protected the football, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. How important is protecting the football going to be in this game against the 49ers in the NFC Championship?
It's going to be real important, because if they give them any kind of spark, that could flip everything. So they're going to, like they said, they're going to have to pay attention, concentrate on what they got to do, and try not to beat themselves. They'll be fine. That's what happened last week. They just came out focused, and it was on. Once they got their first score, Giants were in shock rest of the game. And they can do that again if against the 49ers, but they got to come out quick, and just take it to them right away. Now, it don't matter if they get the ball or kick off. It don't matter to me. Whatever team is out there, they got to initiate it. If the offense is out there first, do the same thing he did against the Giants. Go long, shock them right away. If the defense is out there, Haason going to do his thing. I want Haason to get in there, knock that ball right out, first play.
Hey, that's what he do. That's what he do.
Stay out there first. Go for that football. Get the turnover. Spark the crowd right there. Got them shook. That's what I want. I want them to get shook the whole game, just like the Giants. I'm glad you
said that, because Brock Purdy hasn't played in an environment like this, NFC Championship on the road on the East Coast, Lincoln Financial Field. Yeah. He's only played 2 road games through his 7 starts, and he hasn't had to go to the East Coast or come to the East Coast, right? How valuable, how important do you think home field advantage is going to be for the Philadelphia Eagles in this matchup?
That's always been big here. Home field's always been a factor in Philly. So anybody can tell you that. Any player from past years, even present, they'll all tell you when they come in here, it's a whole different world. They know if they're not on point, it's going to be a long day.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, let me ask you this, right? Is there anybody on the 49ers side of the ball that you are concerned about, offensively or defensively, right? Is there anybody on the 49ers team that you got some concerns about that you're going to be locked in on to make sure they don't beat us?
Well, Bosa, like you said, he's been playing a lot, though. And like you said, he's starting to wear down a little bit. They playing him a little too much, and it's starting to show. So I don't think Jordan or Lane will have a problem with him, because I think he's going to wear down again. He's playing way too much. I think they'll keep him under control, but he hasn't sacked anybody so far. So it shouldn't be any different with those two. They should be able to handle him. The only other one might be the linebacker, Werner. But he may not be a factor if that middle is getting clogged up with offensive linemen coming through there and knocking them tackles out the way. Werner won't be a factor. He'll be too busy fighting off blocks. He's not going to be able to get in. He ain't going to be a factor if you got Jason and them coming at him and he can't get to the runner. He's going to have a long day. So either be the only other one I'd be concerned about is him. Because, like I said, secondary ain't all that tough. Smitty, and AJ should be able to take care of them.
Now, I got a question for you about this coaching staff. I'm gonna ask you about the coaching staff, and then I'm gonna get your final thoughts and score prediction, and then I'm gonna try to get the next person in the show, big dog. Now, do you have any concerns about this coaching staff? Nick Sirianni, he's a very passionate dude. He get animated, he get really into the game. Do you have any concerns about this coaching staff? I guess you'll say folding under pressure. When the lights get brightest. Do you have any questions about them in case they might have to go on a game-winning drive? Do you have any questions or concerns about this coaching staff in any way?
The only coach that worries me is special teams coach.
Yeah, Michael Clay. I ain't mad at that. He been a little suspect all year.
That's the only guy that might bother me in this one. is him.
Okay.
Because that could change the whole game right there. I mean, he's going to have to get them guys ready. Because if they give up a long kickoff or a punt, that could change everything.
That's a good point.
That's
Nobody talked about that yet. That's a real good point.
Yeah,
Nobody talked about that yet.
That's the weakest link on this team. Is that special teams unit and that coach, because I don't think he's that good. You know, that would be the only thing worrying me. The whole game, every time they go to, it's time to punt. That's when I get nervous. That's when I start biting my fingers. I'll be like, oh shucks, here we go. It's time to punt. Then it's time to kick off. I'm nervous again. You know, because I don't know what they're gonna do. Because they've been letting a few guys bring them back pretty far. So this is a big one right here. They cannot let any run backs pass 20 yards or so.
Now, do you think the special team has improved though? Like, do you think it has gotten better though as the season went?
A little, not much. They just had that one game when Covey got off a little bit, but they haven't really done much other than that. So I'd say a little improvement, you know. But they know how big this game is. That's the unit that got to show up. It's that one. Yeah.
Gotcha. So final question for you, Philly Pop. Final question.
Yeah.
You know, I need your score prediction. I need to know what you're thinking about. Is this gonna be a blowout? It's gonna be a nail biter. You know, what are you thinking right now as far as the score?
I'm saying 36-23.
Woo! Now I'm writing this stuff down. Can I lock that in? 36-23?
Yeah. Well, I think they dropped 30 burger on them, but I still think 49ers are gonna, get their thing going. Probably the second half.
Okay.
They might come on a little bit. So I'll give them 23.
Okay, 36-23. Philly Pop OG, thank you so much for always supporting me, having my back in this content game, man. You always are one of the loyalist subscribers that I have here. Everybody locks in, but you're one of the OGs that been rocking with me from the beginning. So OG, Philly Pop, thank you so much for locking in. Also, I thank you for donating to the YouTube channel as well. That means a lot to me, because that's not just, I don't take that for granted, right? Gas high these days, as we all know. So you know that's going to the tank, that's helping with the rent, that's doing everything for me. So Philly Pop, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, and we definitely gonna bring you on again.
You know you're welcome, man. You know that. And while I'm here,
yes, sir.
How's the marriage going?
Marriage is going beautifully. Wifey supports me.
Right.
Wifey actually graduates from Temple University with her master's in May. So everything is going well right now. We doing good. We ain't thinking about kids yet. We taking our time. We ain't thinking about kids yet. But so far so good. I ain't got no complaints, sir. Thank you so much.
That day will come, but that all in good time. But
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pop.
Well, I'm feeling that hoodie too.
Hey, you already know, man. You already know, man. Rain, sleet, or snow, them Eagles train to go. Philly Pop, thank you. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Your daddy loves you, man. That's why.
Man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, man. Be easy. Hey.
Oh man, shout out to Philly Papa, man. Just a genuine dude, man. Philly Papa got me in my emotions, man. He got me feeling good, man. Philly, man. Everybody need that, that guy that need that elder to have your back. And man, Philly Papa, man, you bringing a tear to my eye, man. I ain't gonna hold you, OG. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Next up. Y'all know, man, one of my favorites, man. One of my favorites. Weezy. Weezy. What's good? What's good, Weezy?
What's good, Tom?
How you feeling, man? My man holding it down in the kitchen. Y'all got him.
In the kitchen? You already know,
man. Cooking up that good there. Listen, Weezy, I need to know, man. I need to check the temperature of the room. I need to check the temperature of the kitchen. How you feeling about this game?
Hey, man, we gonna win, bro. We gonna take it.
That?
Just straight like that, bro. Purdy ain't never played no defense like ours, man. Especially in the lane. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I don't think he stand a chance, dog.
A lot of people have been giving this man a lot of credit. And look, I respect people that do their job, right? I respect them for doing their job and not being a liability. But this is a situation that he ain't never been in, right? I need to know.
Right.
I need to know what's your thoughts on the home field advantage and how much of an impact it's going to have on Brock Purdy. I need to know that.
Man, look here. You know how Ruckus. We're gonna bring the Ruckus, bro. We bring the pain to Philly, bro.
Right.
We ain't gonna F around with him in there, man. It's gonna be too much for him to handle, dog. I mean, when you look at our defense, though, bro, we just got 70 sacks for no damn reason, I guess.
For no reason, right?
No reason. It's just by accident. We got 70 sacks, bro. He ain't played a pass rush like ours. Man, we got better cornerbacks. Come on, dog. I don't. Hey, man. I don't know, dog.
I feel you. It's one of those things where it's like, how can we lose this game? And look, I know the 49ers
we're not going to lose in the league.
They've been one of the best teams in the league, like us, right? The number 1 seed and the number 2 seed. This is the matchup we all deserve, right? This is how it's supposed to be,
right?
But like, let me ask you this, right? I want to know what's your thoughts on Jalen Hurts right now. What kind of game do you think he's gonna have going into this Sunday? Just give me your overall thoughts on Hurts, the offense, and what you expect.
Man, Jalen Hurts is him, dog. He's him, man. Come on, man. We're gonna go out there and show everybody that they were wrong about him, bro. Like he's been doing all season, dog. I mean, he him, dog. He is him. We got the best quarterback in the damn league to me, bro. By far.
Hey, I ain't mad at
I mean, come on, dog. That's my guy, dog. That's our guy. We gotta stand behind him, man, no matter what. We got to. He need us, and we need him to perform, bro. He need us. Straight up like that.
Now, what you now like real quick? Like, I need to know, like, what is it about Jalen Hurts that just makes people just lock in on him? Because he got this, I don't know, he got this calm demeanor, like this humble beast mentality. Like, what is it that you see in Jalen Hurts that makes you trust him this much?
Shoot, he got better every year. You look at his stats.
That's true.
He got better every year, man. Look, how many interceptions he got this year? Three picks.
He got 6. He got 6, but he got 22 passing touchdowns. But he got a total of 35 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He don't turn the ball over.
No, he don't do that. That's one thing he don't do. I'm cooking Phillies too. Look.
Hey, my man got the Phillies. Yo, listen, y'all already know. Listen. If you ain't had yourself a cheesesteak from Philly, man, you ain't had one at all, man. Weezy holding it down.
Hey, man. Jalen Hurts him though. That's all I can say, dog. All he did was improve, man, on every aspect of his game. He just improved in every aspect. He wanted him to pass the ball, man. He got better at that shit.
True.
Come on, man. I don't care that he runs. Who cares if he runs?
On the league right now.
No doubt, 100%.
For sure.
I'm sorry, man. He come in and work. Yeah.
For sure. So like, all right, they always talk about, because I know you're working. I don't want to keep you too long, right? I know you're cutting the cheese right now. You dig? So, so real quick, they always talk about how the 49ers got this crazy run defense, right? They always
look,
talk
this my dude, Brad. He a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
He a Cowboys
fan. No.
He said, "Oh, Brad, no."
I wish we made another quarterback, bro.
Oh man,
hey, he's still my dude though.
No, that's cool, man. Listen, I got people I love too that's Cowboys fans. I got people I love too that's Cowboys fans. But like, I want to know, like, they always talk about the Niners. They always talk about their run defense, right? Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to run the ball as well as they want to against this team?
Man, hell yeah. Who all they got on their D line besides Bosa?
They got Eric Armstead. He pretty good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him, bro.
He pretty good. He pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, yeah, we gonna run. We don't. Man, look, ain't nothing finna change, dog. We finna go and take this. We finna go down there.
Weezy got me turned up, yo. Real rap, because like I try to be humble on this thing, but Weezy got me ready to talk crazy right now.
Bro, you can be humble, but look here. We finna go down there and take care of business, man. He ain't finna come in the link and fucking win, bro. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cut.
No, you
look,
cool,
he ain't finna come down there to the link and win, bro. Look here.
All right, so
It
let me
ain't
ask
finna
you this
happen, bro.
then. So let me ask you this then, right? Before we get you out of here, I need to know your score prediction. What's your score prediction for this game?
35-17.
Whoa, okay. I'm writing this down, Weezy. I'm writing this down.
Write it down, cuz. It's all right.
35-17.
35-17. Go Birds all day, regardless.
35-17. Now I got us winning 31-21. So that's not that far off. But like 35-17. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at that. Hey, listen, Weezy, listen, I appreciate you, man. You one of the loyalist subscribers, man. You've been rocking with me from the beginning, bro. You've been holding it down.
No doubt.
And I do not take that kind of love, that kind of support for granted, dog. The fact that you working, doing your thing, making a living, and you still took the time to come rock with me, dog. I don't take that for granted at all.
Oh yeah. No, I got you, Tom.
For sure,
I
for
got you.
You already know, man. So before I get you out of here, man, tell Brad he still got a chance to come to the dark side.
Hey, look, come here. He said you still got a chance to come to the Birds, man. If you get the Cowboys.
You still got a chance.
He said can't do it.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I respect somebody that's loyal. I ain't mad at that. So Weezy, my brother, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get you on here
Appreciate
next
you,
time
dog.
we call in. And you already know, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Don't
We
work
gotta
too hard.
we gotta get up, man. We gotta talk.
For sure.
All
Take
right.
care, my man. I appreciate you.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Oh man, shout out to Weezy, the Dreaded Eagle, man. Been holding it down. So my next guest, man, this is going to be. I know this conversation going to be one of the ones. I got my man EC1 football coming up. EC1, are you there, man? Because I'm about to put you on screen right now. EC1, let me know. EC1, this guy right here, man. Y'all know EC1 bring the heat every time he come on the chat. So EC, I need to know. I need to know where you at right now, man. This game is going to be electric. This is the matchup we all been waiting for. Number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. Number 1 defense against the number 2 defense. Two top 5 offenses. Man, I need to know what's on your mind right now. EC, talk to me.
I've been telling people this, man. The 49ers are not this team that they think they are, bro. Like, they walking into a beatdown and they don't know it. You know, all this Brock Purdy hype, that's cool. But at the end of the day, this Brock Purdy hype is about to come and end in Philadelphia, man. You're not walking into the link, thousands of fans screaming, "Eat fly, Eagles fly." You're not walking into the link. It's going to be cold as hell. Brock Purdy's not used to that cold. We got to understand, we got the cold weather on our side. It's going to be cold, all right? Cold. It's going to be outside. You're not playing in Seattle. You're playing in Philly. And, you know, I love how the fans want to act like we're not this team that we can step over them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this team to me is the best team I've ever seen since 2004. I think this team is these ones where they're just going to take care of business. There's no need to panic. I'm not panicking. I'm sitting back and relaxing. I'm laughing because all this 49ers talk is just about to come to an end. You know, everybody was so a little nervous about the Giants, and I said we're going to body the Giants too. You know, I'm confident in this game. I think Brock Purdy's walking into a absolute beatdown, and he don't know it. This front four is something not to play with. You know, we have 70 sacks on the season. The 49ers don't got that. You know, you want to run to the left, and, you know, I say a lot of Eagle fans say that too, and we do have it. We have Josh Sweat. We got Haason Reddick. They only got Nick Bosa. That really concerns me. And I think we can use him just like we used Michael Parsons. Take him out the game. You know what I'm saying? I think that RPO system is going to freeze his defense up. I think that Jalen Hurts is pretty much going to confuse him because you don't know if he's going to run and pass. They already talked about they're going to treat him like a running back. Good luck with that. You want to treat him like a running back? Well, you're going to learn your lesson with that one. You know, Colin Shanahan said we got to treat him like a running back. Okay. You can treat him like a running back, and you're going to get torched like an absolute fool because he can throw. You know, and I like it. You want to treat him like a running back. The Giants treat him like a running back last game, and that's why they lost ultimately because they treated him like a running back. Jalen Hurts is not a running back. He's a quarterback that just has wheels. And they want to treat him. They want to disrespect him. I see all these analysts talk about Brock Purdy. They already hyping the college tape talking about Brock Purdy's going to make a close game. This is about to be a beatdown, man. This is not even going to be a close game. I'm telling you, by the second half, the 49ers are going to be giving up. This team is going to blow the doors off this team. I'm telling you, I'm not even sleep. I understand what the 49ers did. But this is Philly. We're not Dallas. And they think we're this Dallas Cowboys team that they're going to game manage Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy about to be on his behind. You know what I'm saying? All game. Haason Reddick's going to be eating. You know what I'm saying? These 49ers have never played against an offense that's explosive. Who you going to Who are you going to put on Haason Reddick? You only got one offensive tackle that really scares me, and that's Trent Williams. And I think we played Trent Williams before. If anything, we know Trent Williams more than the 49ers do because he was our rival before he got traded. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about it. 49 fans want to bring up last year. Jalen was in his rookie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like we're going to win this game, and I feel like we're heading Arizona. That's just how I feel. I don't see Purdy getting this miracle win like a lot of people think. I think it's going to be a blowout. I think we're dominating them, and I would not be surprised if we drop 41 points on their ass this Sunday.
Damn.
I think we're going to smoke them.
Yo, y'all hear? EC1 came in with the heat. He came in with the heat.
I respect the 49ers, but you're walking into a Philadelphia Eagles team that they're getting disrespected.
You bring up a good point because of the fact that Brock Purdy hasn't had to go cross country yet.
No,
he hasn't had to do it yet. He's been playing on the West Coast all year. So,
and people can talk about Seattle all they want. This is not Seattle, bro. This is not Kansas City. This is not Cincinnati. Right? This is none of these teams. This is Philly. You know what I'm saying? Ask Daniel Jones how it felt to go in Philly. I get it. They're not the Giants. We know you're not the Giants. You don't look like the Giants. You don't play like the Giants. We know you're not the Giants. But you're walking into a team that's ready to go, man. This team is not stopping because of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is walking into a beatdown. He don't know it yet. He's going to be amped up. He's going to be ready to go, and so will Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not losing this football game. Jalen Hurts has something to play for. Everybody's been saying Jalen Hurts is not this quarterback. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing things down. Every 49 fan on Twitter talk about it's going to be an easy game. I got a 49 fan on Twitter telling me, oh, we're going to go to Arizona. Y'all going to go home. Okay, keep the same energy because I'm going to come back to this. I've been saying all along, this Eagles team is different. They're not one of these ones that you're going to walk in there and you're going to beat them. No, they're going all the way this year. It has been said and done that this Eagles team has so much more than what people think they do. They have chemistry, they have heart, dedication to win, man. And this 49ers team's not about to walk into Philadelphia and take that away from them. They're just not. It's not going to happen. We have too much time. There's levels to this. Shout out to my guy, Berg, in 31. He said this is levels to this. The 49ers are not on our level. I don't care what you say. Your offensive line is not better than ours. Our offensive line might move your defensive line and make sure that they regret hitting Jalen Hurts because they're not going to touch Jalen Hurts this Sunday. Jalen Hurts is going to have all day to throw. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. You want to stop the run? Cool. You can stop the run. Pick your poison. Because I keep on saying how you want to stop our offense. You want to get destroyed by a passing game. You want to get destroyed by the running game. Your corners are not going to stop our number one receivers. You struggle with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb had 100 overall in the game, man. What do you think What do you think AJ and Devontae about to do? Quez Watkins, Goddard. You know what I'm saying? Katera. All these weapons. Even we can put out Gainwell, Sanders out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Y'all haven't seen this type of offense. I'm tired of 49 fans thinking we're sweet. We're going to knock the brakes off this team, man. I'm telling you. I'm not scared of one bit of that team. They're most overhyped. I think they're most overhyped if you want to be real. They beat the Cowboys and they pumped themselves. They didn't win that game. Dak choked in that game. And if Dak kept his the way he did in Tampa Bay, they would have got destroyed in San Fran, man. This would have never been a close game. Dallas would have been in Philadelphia hosting an NFC Championship game. And that's just how I feel. I think the 49ers are walking into a beatdown, and they don't know. They're not playing no Cowboys team. You're not walking to the quarterback that's thrown 2 picks. You're walking to the quarterback that doesn't throw interceptions, doesn't turn over the football that much. If you don't think that he's going to want to win this game, you heard Jalen Hurts. He said, "I'm not worried about what I did right now. I have something. I'm trying to prove something even more. He's trying to win a Super Bowl, man, and that's the goal. People disrespect us. It's not underdogs anymore. At this point, it's about our quarterback getting disrespected. So we're not the underdogs. We're gonna be this hated team that y'all gonna eventually respect, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You want to make this the statue of Brocky and all that stuff. That's cool. It's going to end in Philadelphia this Sunday because I can't wait to watch these 49 fans cry and break TVs like these Cowboy fans do because they nothing better than these Cowboy fans. They talking like they Cowboy fans, man. You know what I'm saying? You're walking into a Philadelphia Eagles team that you've never seen in your life this year. And just because you played them last year don't mean they're the same team. We got a better team than last year, man. We're not even the same team, so I don't even know why they're doing this, man. They can hype this 49ers team up. It's going to die by Sunday.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I feel that way.
On that note, man, before I bring up the next person, I need your score prediction, EC1. I need to know what's the score. Eagles, 49ers, what's the score? We know who you think gonna win, but I need the score. I need your score prediction at this point.
I got the Eagles winning 31-7.
31-7?
Yeah. I don't think
Woo!
Brock Purdy scores more than 7 points. This defense is going to be shutting this running game down. And once you shut the running game down, once you shut the pass is not going to go through. Brock Purdy needs that. Don't forget, Brock Purdy's a game manager. He needs that defense to help him out. If that defense is getting carved up and they're not able to stop this running game, they're not able to stop Jalen Hurts, they're not able to stop these receivers, it's going to be a long day for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's not going to be able to run. You're not running the football on us. Like, people don't understand, this defense is not this defense that you're just going to walk over through. That what you did to Dallas is different. But I think we've seen this type of defense. They remind me of Week 6 Dallas. They really do. It's great defense until you play us. You haven't played this. Like, Tony, you said this before, and I think you said it before. I don't care what you did. You're not played us.
Yeah, you got to
not
show.
play
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
I don't care what you
I
did.
don't care what I say. I don't care what they say about you. You got to show me.
You got to show me.
You got to
Like,
show
come on,
me.
man. This Brock Purdy, man, we're not letting no Brock Purdy. They want to call Brocky, whatever you want to call it. We're not letting him walk in the Philadelphia and this is Hurts' team, man. Hurts is going to definitely get these boys pumped up. We're going to get this W. And I already see on Twitter, these Eagle players are already hearing it, man. And if you don't think they're going to be ready this Sunday, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Keep thinking that we're the sweet team. We're going to show you on Sunday who is the road team. There's levels to this, and the 49ers not on our level. I'm sorry. Other than Nick Bosa and Armstead, they don't got anybody. Fletcher Cox would have been a starter on the 49ers. So, anyway, I'm talking too much, but listen, I'm pumped up. I can't wait because
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you, bro. Listen, EC1, bro, you always come with the heat. You always come with the energy. You always come with the fire, man. You always support me no matter what it is, bro. I appreciate you so much for always locking in on the content, dog. I'm about to bring up the next guest,
man.
EC1. My man,
Appreciate
keep
it.
that energy up. We're going to need it. We're going to need this energy you got. So save it for Sunday, my man. I appreciate you.
Sure.
You take care. You be safe, my man. And listen, as always, my man, fly was fly. Rain, sleet,
snow, baby.
The Eagles train to go, baby. You already know. Man, EC1 coming with the heat. So listen, y'all, real quick, I'm going to take a bathroom break. 60 seconds. I got the timer right here. I'll be right back. I got to let this one loose. So I've been holding in for about an hour, almost 2 hours. So I got some 60 seconds. I'll be back, y'all. Keep it locked, man. Y'all like that on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charged to the game. Fly goes fly. Oh man, we back. Sorry about the wait, y'all. I had to take a little bathroom break, but I appreciate y'all, man. Woo, man, I was running like a track star. But next up, man, we got my guy Espo. I know it hurts in the building, man. What's going on, Espo?
Hey, I'm chilling. How about yourself, Tom?
Hey man, I'm feeling good, man. I see you got that Kelly Green on. I appreciate you, man, for locking in on the content as always, man. Staying loyal, staying active in the chat. I want to pick your brain about this game coming up, man. Eagles 49ers NFC Championship. Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy. The number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. The number 1 defense and the number 2 defense. The two top 5 offenses, man. I need to know what's on your mind right now.
All right, so Tone, if you don't mind doing me a favor and check the top 10 rushing defenses of this year.
Top 10 rushing defense. Hold on, I'm about to check it right now for you. Check for you right now.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm driving to work, so.
No, you good. Rushing defense, okay. And you want to know as far as yards? You want to know like how much yards they're giving up?
Let's say total yardage, yeah.
Total yards, okay. All right, opponent rushing yards per game. All right, give me a second. All right, now the 49ers, they got them ranked number 2 as far as they only give up 79 rushing yards a game on average. Only 79. Okay. Now the Eagles is ranked now. San Fran is ranked 2nd behind Tennessee. Now The Eagles, they rank 16th. They're giving up 121 rushing yards a game.
Okay. So,
But it was worse. Earlier in the season, it was
know-
worse. We got way better.
Yeah,
We got way
of
better at that
course.
category.
Yeah. If they had like last 8 games, it would be a different story for sure. But so you mentioned the Titans, right? They're pretty stout run defense, pretty stout, you know. And what happened when the Eagles played them?
Bombs over Baghdad.
Gassed them.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure Steelers are top 10 as well, right?
As far as run defense, yeah. As a matter of fact, the Steelers are ranked 8th in run defense with 108 yards. Oh, I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this.
Listen, we're not worried about that 78 yards a game. We don't need it. We had Devonta, who is, and I've been saying this. You might have seen it in the chat. He is our best receiver. I don't care what anyone says. This man.
I wouldn't even argue. I wouldn't even argue with you about that. I wouldn't even argue.
Look, that man is about to peel back their defense like Kevin Hart and, you know, say it with your chest, peel him back blue, whatever you got to say. I'm telling you, they're not going to be ready for him. And they're going to be so focused on AJ because he's a big body receiver. But Devonta Smith has been so underrated the last 2 years. It's ridiculous. So I already know what's coming. And especially don't let him do cover 0 because that's our ball game right there. You know, we have the number 1 deep passing offense by a long shot. I don't think anyone has more 40-plus yards than the Eagles do.
Yeah, we lead the league in explosive plays. We lead the league in explosive plays, and also the Niners are one of the worst teams when it comes to defending the deep ball.
Exactly, and Jalen Hurts, he is a once in a lifetime type of player because he gets it. He gets the whole framework of what it means to be a quarterback. You have a lot of they say like what Cilio likes to call him a running quarterback or a running back, whatever. But you don't understand how he can manipulate these defenses with just his patience. His progressions has increased exponentially this past year as opposed to last year, and I think that's because, you know, it was his first year as a starter, and Sirianni was trying to, like, you know, see what he could do. And in my opinion, he was limited last year, which is why, you know, the numbers were down. But when you open up the playbook and let Jalen play Jalen, you cannot stop this team. In order to stop this team, you need 42 minutes of possession, 4 turnovers, and like 60 yards or 60 carries to beat this team, because you have to keep them off the field. If you let these guys get 10 possessions a game, you're not going to win. You're done for. And I don't think the Niners have what it takes, especially in the passing defense, to stop this team from scoring every possession, because we only score when we want to. If we don't score, it's because we didn't feel like scoring. That's the way I feel.
I feel you on that. Now let me ask you this, right? You know, knowing everything that you know, saying, you know, thinking about everything that we just talked about, right? Is there anybody on that 49ers defense that concerns you, right? Because they do got some boys on the side of the ball, that can really deliver the goods. So is there anybody on that side of the ball that you are concerned about that we need to key in on?
So I think their linebacking core for sure. They're just smart and they're fast. You know, they're very instinctive, and I think that can be a catalyst for sure on our ability to move, triculate the ball up the field. But other than that, you can manipulate that. You can work around that to ensure that you take them out of the game. But what I don't want us to do are, we like to get screen heavy at times, and we cannot do that with this defense because their linebacking core is very quick to the ball. So, you give, especially to Devonta Smith, like, I know I said he's our best receiver, but why are you giving the screen a majority of the time? It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, so to take them out of the game, you have to be vertical. Our offensive line is very well equipped to handle anything that their defense can throw at us as far as like a pass rush. So yeah, to take them out of the game is to essentially take the Niners out of the game.
Yeah, man. This is one of those situations where, this is, when iron meets iron, right? Like at the end of the day, right? I think both of these teams deserve to be here, and it's going to be really fascinating to see how this game plan pans out, because you're right. The Eagles definitely have to take advantage of beating them over the top, but I also think they can't abandon their run game. I think it's going to be important for them to mix that in, be creative, and like you said, manipulate the gaps, manipulate the linebackers, make them think they see one thing, and then another thing happens. But that's also what the 49ers are good at. They're real good at making you think one thing about to happen, and then all of a sudden you got Deebo Samuel taking it to the crib somewhere, right? Now, is there anybody on the offensive side of the ball that you worried about? I know I mentioned Deebo already, but is there any matchup that you're a little concerned about? Any kind of matchup? George Kittle against our linebackers, Christian McCaffrey against our – is there any matchup that you're a little concerned about?
I think the only player that I can certainly say would cause us any issues is CMC. I don't think that their wide receiver core does anything out of the ordinary that we haven't seen already. And by the way, the Eagles have played 11 of the top 20 rushers this year, and only one of them, being the Houston running back, I forgot his name at the moment, has rushed for over 100
Damian
yards.
Pierce. Damian Pierce.
Yeah, Damian. So, a lot of these people are chopping at the mouth saying our run defense is ass, and I'm like, bro, we've played more than half of the top 20 rushers in the game, and they didn't make a mark on us. So what are you really saying? It doesn't make sense. And even still, only 3 receivers, tight end or otherwise, have passed or have received for more than 100 yards on our defense.
That's a good point.
So it doesn't make sense. And as Terry McLaurin was 2 out of the 3 games that did so, the other being CeeDee Lamb. So we have faced elite wide receivers all year. And not only that, but we have faced playoff teams all year. I don't like this whole thing about, the Eagles have the easiest schedule, maybe on paper at the very start, but we played the Lions, the Jaguars, Washington when they were actually good for like 5 games. And then, the Giants twice and the Cowboys twice. And I'm sure there's some other ones that I can't think of at the moment. Right. But we've been hardening this team all season long. And the best team, I believe, that the Niners have beat were the 8 and 9 Bucks. And we saw what happened to them against the Cowboys. So I don't get this narrative. Like the Niners are playing these easy peasy teams and stat.
That's a good point. No, you're right, because actually the Niners technically had an easier schedule than us. So you bring up a good point. They actually had an easier schedule, but also in this NFL right now, it's not that many good teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it's set up right now, is not that many teams that I'll put it to you this way, right? I was watching football all year, and the way I saw it, any team was able to get touched. So it wasn't nobody that was really it's only 4 teams in this league that was really great, and that's the teams that's currently left in the playoffs right now. Everybody else was just kind of like, I don't know, treading water, or we thought they was good, but they really wasn't. Like the Vikings, we thought they was good, but I knew they was frauds from the beginning. Giants, I have more faith in the Giants than I did the Vikings, but you bring up some good points, man. So before I get you out of here, man, and we close the show, I want to get your score prediction for this game, Espo. And remember, I'm writing these down, so whatever happens, we're going to talk about these on Monday. So, what's your score prediction for this game?
35-27.
35-27. Oh, that's a good score. That's a good number. 35-27. I got it 31-21, but that's a good score.
So what's going to happen is we're going to come out to a hot start. I do believe we're going to set up a little run game, blah, blah, blah. But once we start going vertical, it's a wrap. And then they're going to probably start coming back mid-third, mid-fourth or whatever. Not mid-fourth, but mid-third.
I got you mid-third going into the fourth. I got you.
Yeah. And by that time, Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott already scored twice more, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, it's not going to be close, but the scoreboard won't reflect that.
Okay. All right. So listen, man, Espo, I appreciate you, man, for always locking in on the content, man. Again, a loyal subscriber, a loyal listener. You always contributed in the live chat, man. You stay active, my guy. And like, I really do appreciate you, man. Like, I don't take it for granted. I also appreciate you for just always contributing to the live chat, contributing to the channel, man. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. You know, I always tell people, you know, we're building this community here, right? And we all about holding each other accountable. We always, talk our trash, and we all got our own beliefs about how this thing's supposed to go. But ultimately, man, like, I just think that this is going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be exciting. And, I can't wait for Sunday, my man. So Espo, drive safe, my man. Keep that energy up, save it for Sunday, and enjoy the rest of your day, my guy. Thank you.
Hey, you will. Hey, it's all love. And hey, I'm really respecting what you're doing. Like, I'm glad that you're branching out from Jacob Sports and doing your own thing too.
Man, I started doing this first. That's how they found me.
Okay.
I was doing this first, and that's how they found me. So yeah.
All right, well, my fault. I found
you good. You good. Listen, you good, man. You good. You trust me, man. We're a family here, man. I appreciate you, bro, for always having my back, being a part of the journey, my guy. You already know, man. I appreciate you. Sure. Have a good day, Espo.
You too.
Listen, y'all. I've been live for 2 hours. 2 hours. Y'all had me locked in for 2 hours, man. Look, I got to do some work at 3 o'clock, and I ain't gonna hold you, man. I need to eat something. Your boy a little tired, but look, man, I appreciate y'all, and this has been so fun, man. Like, I'm so excited about this game. I'm so excited about just everything, man. I'm excited about you guys. You guys have been holding it down for me for the past couple hours. I know, Myram, 2 hours. Yeah, time flying, man. We've been sitting here for 2 hours just going crazy, and I would sit here for longer. I would sit here longer, but duty calls, got to do something, got to take care of some things, man. Got to make sure I eat something. You know how they go, man. But y'all, this has been a hell of a live stream. It's Friday, Football Friday, and we know what's to come. Eagles, 49ers, NFC Championship at Lincoln Financial Field, man. This is a big day. This is a big day. This is a big weekend for all parties involved. And look, no matter what, this is one of those matchups that you can't sleep on. This is a matchup where no matter who it is, we got to pay attention to the opposition. The Eagles got to pay attention. I like to bring up all you guys, so you can, I love to bring you guys up so you can, share your feelings and speak your thoughts. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to respect the opposition. We got to respect the opposition, right? We have to. And, I appreciate y'all so much. And I don't take it for granted, man. I'm about to get out of here. Like I said, I've been live for 2 whole hours. And I gave everybody a chance to come in and talk their piece. Shout out to my man, Forrest Burns, Firstborn Second for $19.99. That's the biggest super chat I ever got. Shout out to Firstborn Second for donating to the channel, providing $19.99 to the community, man. Damn, Firstborn Second. I do not take that for granted, man. That's a big help to me. You supporting the channel. You showing a lot of love. Look, man. Thank y'all. And you never know. Look, tomorrow, Saturday night, I might do a late night live stream. Just to get y'all thoughts, man. I might do a late night live stream tomorrow, man. So just stay locked in, y'all. I appreciate y'all. But for now, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get something to eat. Thank y'all, man. I really do. Listen, another thing. I appreciate Niners fans. I appreciate Eagles fans. I appreciate everybody because look, whether the 49ers fans realize it or not, I got a lot of respect for y'all for coming into enemy territory, for coming into my live chat, coming into an Eagles chat, right? And still showing love, showing respect, holding it down for y'all squad. I think that's so dope to me. I think that's so dope that we got other fan bases coming in and just holding it down for their squad. I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And out of all the teams, I got so much respect for the 49ers fans. I got a lot of respect for the 49ers fan base, right? Like that fan base has legacy. That fan base, that team has history that you have to respect. You know what I'm saying? But this Sunday, things about to change. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I had to sneak it in a little bit. I had to sneak in the jab. I had to sneak it in a little bit. But listen, Niners fans, Eagles fans, whoever you're a fan of, man, football fans, let's put it that way. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Y'all take care. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. And we out here.
Thank you.